welcome back to Republic of Football. I'm Carl and this is Saving Sunderland Football Manager Series, and as you saw in the last episode, we didn't get off to the best start. 2 losses in a row to Crystal Palace and Watford, 2 teams we probably should at least be getting a point against. But it means today we're jumping back in. Our first game is the EFL Cup, which usually in the EFL Cup you play a week inside to give you some youngsters a chance, but I'm going to stick with our first team. Same formation, same players to start the last match, same players who did well for 70 minutes, just the wrong 70 minutes against Watford. And hopefully we can get a win against Coventry, who are in League 1 I believe, just to get the confidence of the players up. You can see here morale, it's in the yellows, hitting the oranges, it's not great. Tactical familiarity is not even 50% at the minute. It's not great, they're not used to it, everything's awkward. They're competent on marking tempo and width. They're not sure of the formation or the passing style or how much creative freedom they have. So hopefully playing against a weaker side will allow us to get a win, hopefully. If we can't beat Coventry, we may seriously have to consider a tactical change. We've only brought in 6 players ourselves this season, but there's also, Gilabodji was a new signing for them. Perhaps Coney wasn't there that long. Defoe's there a while, Khazri's there about 6 months, so all these players are relatively new to Sunderland. Pickford only got into the first team this season. He made a big mistake in the last match, but our backup keeper is Mika, and I'm not happy putting him in ahead of Jordan Pickford right now. Let's jump into the game. No more messing around. Hopefully this will be the place where we get our first win. Not the greatest place to have to get a win against Coventry in the EFL Cup, but hopefully it'll do wonders for the morale of the team. Tactical familiarity will go up and we can get on with the season, hopefully get some points on the board in the league. We're underway in the first EFL Cup game. Hopefully we can pick up the win. Coventry in League 1, there's no excuses for losing this team, especially considering we're playing our full strength first team. This is what I consider to be our best players, and there you go, flick on from the corner, from the free kick. Elbert's first goal of the season after just a minute and a half. Exactly what we needed, an early goal, off to a flying start, and hopefully the first of many in this match. If we can get a big scoreline, confidence might be up enough to get something in the next league game, which is against Swansea. Elbert should be high on confidence after getting his first goal. Oh, what a finish from Yunus, outside the box, drills it into the near post. Keepers are never beaten at the near post, they say, especially from outside the box. Both of our new wingers on the score sheet inside the open 10 minutes. It's a game we should be winning. Thankfully we are winning. This game is all about getting confidence up, all about getting goals in the team, all about getting everybody used to their positions. We're not necessarily going to be challenging for the EFL Cup this season. It's not a priority. The priority of the season is to save Sunderland, keep them in the Premier League by any means necessary. It's already been on score sheet. Good ball across. Yunus is there as for his second goal of the game. It's only 10 minutes gone. We're 3-0 up. The plan to play the first team seems to have worked in this game. It is only against Coventry, but hopefully we can take this confidence into the Swansea game and get some points on the league table. I've said that a lot. I'll stop saying it now. Elbert finds Khazri. Khazri back to Elbert. But gets it across and Kone's there. It's 4-0. After just 13 minutes, we've scored 4 goals. It shows there's huge potential in this team. Even though it's only against the League 1 side, we're doing it. After just 13 minutes, 4-0 up. This could be a cricket score. Patterson, Kone. Drills that ball forward for Defoe. Should have scored. A phenomenal ball by Patterson, showing his passing range. Long throw in from Patterson. Gilabodji comes back out. Mittelstadt comes across the field to get it. Elbert, edge of the box, shoots, deflected, comes out to Gilabodji. It's all happening in the box. Patterson drives it back in there. It's great stuff from the team, just getting the ball into the box, putting pressure on the team. And there you go, it's a mistake from the keeper again, and once again get the flick on from a free kick. Coventry really need to consider taking that keeper out because he's been woeful. Elbert with the free kick in, Kone out jumps the defenders. Where was the keeper going? He's running off on holidays or something. 5-0 up after just 26 minutes. Great stuff from the team. One disappointing thing so far is that Defoe isn't on the score sheet. because you want your goals to come primarily from your strikers. You know, we need him firing this season because our backup strikers are not strong enough. We need the foe to be banging in the goals. I'm very wary of making more signs because we've signed 6 players, and signing too many players can be a bad thing because it takes them a while to settle in. Patterson with the long throw, and you can see that being a big factor this season, later on in the season. If we can just find somebody who's good at getting on the end of them, that would be great. Kone, I think, has scored from 2 flick-ons in this match, so he's perhaps the target man for those throw-ins. You see Coventry are getting a little bit into the game now, questioning the fitness of the team, because we've seen it in the Palace game and the Watford game. We have these little spells of doing well, and then the team seem to lose their legs. They seem to just have nothing left, and the other teams to capitalise on it. The conditioning, it's around 75 to 85. They're not doing great. They did only play at the weekend. Normally you wouldn't play a full strength team in this type of game. They need the confidence, but it's gone really well so far. Hopefully they can keep it up. Little play, Kazri finds the foe, still not on the score sheet, turns, shoots, saved by the keeper. All too easy for him. Elber's coming off after scoring a goal and getting 3 assists. Hopefully he can perform like that in the Premier League throughout the season. 3 assists and a goal in any game, regardless of the opposition, is impressive. Second half performance certainly isn't matching the first, but as I said, I think having the games so close together, conditioning isn't quite there yet at this stage of the season. Fitness needs to improve. Coventry certainly have their tails up now. They're getting a lot of the ball. I doubt they're going to score 5 goals, but you never know with the Sunderland team. Approaching the final 5 minutes, not much action from us in the second half. It was all the big work was done in the first half. 5-0. Players perhaps a bit complacent. Second half, Coventry score from the free kick. 4 minutes to go to deny us our first clean sheet of the season. Disappointing, but still, we scored 5 goals. You can't be too disappointed with that. The Foes' performance is the only one I've been disappointed with. Not on the score sheet in a game when he really should have had the run of the green out there. He should have been able to get in and score some goals just to get his confidence up. Same way Eunice and Elber have done. There's the full-time whistle. It ends 5-1. Hopefully in the next game against Swansea we can get something. But as you see, the morale has jumped up. It's all greens, apart from the foe, who's still only okay. Solid win into the next game. Okay, it's game day number 3 in the Premier League. We haven't done well so far. We've lost 2 games in a row in the league, conceded early in both games and conceded around the 20-minute mark as well. But we did put up a little bit of a fight against Watford. It wasn't quite enough, but there was a glimmer of something in that team. And then the 5-1 win against Coventry in midweek hopefully has confidence up enough that we can get something. Morale is all in the green heading into this one. We're going to stick with the same team, trying to get that tactical familiarity up a little bit. As you can see, the mentality has changed to competent now. So they're getting a little bit better. Very slowly but surely, this team will get used to the tactics, and hopefully that'll lead to points on the board. Away to Swansea today, they're a good side. At least while Paul Clement was manager, they've been a good side. It's going to be a struggle, but hopefully we can come away with something, put something on the board today. It's a big game for the foe because he hasn't turned up for us this season so far. He's got 1 goal against Watford. We need him to do better, and if he doesn't perform today, with only 3 days to go in the transfer window, we may have to consider trying to sign someone to put serious pressure on him, because I don't think a Nichibi or a Soro or even Duncan Watmore is going to do the job, putting enough pressure on the foe to get the goals we need. So we only don't have much money. We've only got about 3 million, but we might be able to sign somebody who can get us a couple of goals throughout the season. Big game for the foe, big game for the team. We need points on the board. 10 minutes gone and we haven't conceded. That's a great success. Almost, well, 8 minutes of don't kick your chickens yet. It is a corner, it's headed away. Narsing managed to keep control of it. We got away with that one. Patterson got the block. Can we get the counter-attack going here? No. Narsing drills it across. Leroy Fur is there, and it's 10 seconds after the 10-minute mark. Oh. We concede early every Premier League game so far. I was celebrating the fact we hadn't conceded in the opening 10 minutes, and then we do that. It's been a nightmare start yet again for this Sunderland team. in the league. But we know there's goals in this team. We've seen it. Even though it was only against Coventry, there is goals in this team. We need Defoe to step up and have a big game. Hopefully he can get us back in it. Khazri feeds it to Defoe, edge of the box. His shot saved by Fabianski. And Elbert can't do anything with the loose ball. And Swansea score on the 18-minute mark. All three games have had the same pattern. We concede in the opening 10 minutes. We concede on the 20-minute mark. Why is this constantly happening? Former finds Khazri, shoots, hits the crossbar, bounces out. Defoe doesn't react, letting us down yet again. For Narsing. Llorente. Good save by Pickford, but it was right at him, and you can see Swansea are going attacking. So our only option is to go attacking as well. We can't afford to sit back and let them press us because they'll break through. So we have to attack. We have to put pressure on and hopefully find a goal from somewhere. Llorente, Routledge. It's just been absolutely awful from us in this first half. Very little fight whatsoever. We've had a few chances. We haven't taken them. Warmer with the free kick now. Goes over. Hopefully we can find some change that's going to work for the second half, because that was a nightmare first half. Okay, we're changing the system for the second half. We're pushing the two defensive midfielders forward, and Dong's coming in place of Diarra, and Oviedo coming in and play the Mittelstadt. In place of Mittelstadt, he's going to play a more defensive role. Hopefully just stop the bleeding at the back. I know it seems crazy pushing players forward when we're bad defensively, but we need to score goals, and hopefully we can dominate that midfield more. We'll see what happens in the second half. Swansea no longer in an attacking formation. We're still playing attacking. I suspect they've switched to counter-attacking, and that's why they're trying to hit us on the break. Narsing gets across. Pickford finally makes a save. Conceding 6 goals in his opening 3 games. Seriously have to consider dropping Jordan Pickford for the next few games. Patterson looks for the long throw and gets it in there. Djilabodji with the flick on. It's cleared off the line by Ayew. That could have been a way back in. If we scored there, we would have had a chance. Oviedo throws it short to an Ichibi, gives it away, but Oviedo gets it across, cleared away, and Dong picks it up. Vormer now getting forward. His shot is terrible. 10 minutes to go, 2 goals down after conceding on the 10th and 20th minutes. It's not good. Ichibi wins the ball out on the left, drives forward. He's outpaced, has to play it backwards. Seems like an attack leading to nothing. Khazri finds him. Dong, Khazri, Elbert out wide, drives it across, and it's gone in. Elbert's cross somehow floats into the top corner. His second goal of the season. Bit of luck there. He definitely did not mean that. That was a cross gone wrong. But it gives us a route back into it somehow. With 7 minutes to go, we have a small glimmer of hope. With 4 minutes just shot past like it was nothing. In the final minutes of the game now, Khazri shoots from distance. We're 2-1 down. Through a stroke of luck, we've pulled it back into it, but I can't see a way of getting that goal as we approach the 90th minute. 2 minutes added on. Swansea have the ball. We need to get that ball and get it forward. Ayew drills it across, cleared away by Kone, but not up the field where we could counter-attack. Minute and a half to go. Can we get one final chance? And Ichibi flicks it on towards Defoe, who's been quiet in this game. Defoe runs right into the defender, has to spread it wide to Elbert, who got that goal from a mishit cross. Loses out to Jordi Amat, and Swansea are on the attack. We have the ball. Djilabodji stands still, finds Khazri in the middle, gets forward. Swansea getting all their bodies back. Warmer looks to find an Ichibi, can't quite find him, gets the ball again, finds an Ichibi this time. Back to Warmer, just passing it around the middle. They're not getting the ball wide, they're not getting into the space. This is just a play to nothing, it seems. Holding on to the ball, approaching the final 20 seconds, and Swansea get the ball back. They're heading up the field, and that's going to be the end of the game. Just not quite enough from us going forward. Defoe disappointing yet again. And we're seriously going to have to consider replacing him in the transfer window. There's the full-time whistle. We lose 2-1 for the second time in a row. A dismal performance apart from the final couple of minutes where they put up a little bit of a fight, but not too much. Hopefully things will improve in the next episode. That's all we've got time for. As you can see, we're only 18th. We're not bottom of the table. We're not the worst team yet. 3 losses in a row leaves us 18th. That's all we've got time for. This has been Republic Football. I've been Carl. This has been Football Manager, and we'll catch you next time.